be.
Lion, Hunter, and the Pearl.
The guy and the girl.
What have you got? You got a perfect match.
Yes, it's Perfect Match. Now welcome the star of our show, Greg.
Okay. Hey, that a Del Monte suit you're wearing, Dre?
Sure is. Looks cheap,
Feels cheap.
is cheap. Okay, now to introduce our first three contestants, it's over to you, Booby.
Thanks, Dre. Her name is Cheryl McDonald. She works at McDonald's. Her interests include aerobics, bat twirling, and going to the beach. Welcome, Cheryl. Her shop assistant. Her name is Lizzie. Her interests also include aerobics, going to the beach, and bat twirling. Hi, Lizzie. Hi. Tonight's third and final contestant is also a shop assistant. Her name is Miss Henny Penny. She works at Red Rooster. Her interests also include bat and twirling, going to the beach, and of course, aerobics. Welcome. Today's contestants on Perfect Match.
And we'll see you later on in the show.
Okay, thanks, Greg. Bye, everybody.
And now, for our main contestant this evening, he's a shop assistant from Kmart in Burwood, and his name is Greg Brady. Okay, glad to meet you, Greg. Had a good day, did you?
Yeah.
A lot of good sales of shopping assistants there in Kmart?
I sold 4 pairs of...
Good. Oh, good. Okay, let's have a seat and let's get on with the show. Take it away, Greg.
When putting your moccasins on, what foot do you put them on first?
Moccasins, you sound a bit more sophisticated than that. Thank you. And contestant number 2?
Oh, well, usually it depends whether I'm in the Tirana or not. Yeah.
Okay. Contestant number 3?
On my left.
Okay, now, Greg.
Well, Greg, the Tirana's been a big part of my life. I choose number 2.
Okay, and now the second question to contestant number 2.
A sideburn Boy Scout says, be prepared. What do you do?
Well, I make sure I get all my tent pegs in order first. Make sure I put out the campfire. I'll get out my toggle.
Whoa! I'd have to go for number 3.
Final question goes to contestant number 3.
Contestant number 3. You walk into the Lower Craigieburn Food Plus store, and the throbbing youth behind the counter says, let me show you my red spot specials. What do you say?
Have a look as long as it wasn't a big square. Well, I wouldn't mind as long as it wasn't in small goods. Well, if you told me that, I'd say, okay, as long as it isn't your pressed meat.
Well, my goods are small. I'll go for number 1.
You've had your 3 questions, and now you've got to make your final selection. You've got 10 seconds to think about it.
I'll take number 2.
Well, let's come on down and meet your other contestants. Now, the first contestant, his name was Cheryl McDonald.
Hello.
Good round of applause. And number 3, his name was Henny Penny. Okay then, Greg, well, let's come on down to the hot light and you're going to meet your big number 1 choice. Greg, and now it's time for to meet your perfect match for this evening, and her name is Lizzie Birtworth. Well, isn't that cute? Isn't that nice to see? Glad to see you getting on so well there, Lizzie. I'd like you to meet Greg here. Greg, that's Lizzie. Thank you. Okay, and to help your relationship get off to the festive start, we're sending you away for a weekend holiday at Lake Mulwala.
Thanks, Booby. Thanks, Greg. Well, Greg, I've probed my computer banks and flapped my floppy disks. I've come up with your perfect match. Your perfect match with a compatibility score of 34% was Penny Henny. Looks like your chicken crossed the road. Thanks, everyone. Good night.
Books from the acclaimed TV series Against the Wind and A Town Like Alice. Also a mug featuring a nice girl there from Noosa Head, courtesy of Pan Am Airlines.
Everybody, and welcome back to the fun part of the show. Do you remember last week we met Kirk and Karen? Well...
Shot of your bodies. Now we're coming back a little bit.
Yeah,
I want you
now.
to start walking towards the car. It's on. Can't get out. It's got me.
Look in the shop window.
Shop window, Simon. Sarah, he's disgusting you.
Lovely urns too, darling, aren't they? Thank you. Thank you very much. Smile, wave at the camera.
That's right.
I'll pay it away.
Now get out of the way.
Smiley. They're on your faces. Now start walking towards us. The car. See the car? Yes, Sarah, you let him in. Oh! Now Simon, you fall in sort of. Come on, don't take too long. Good one, that's the way.
Karen! And how's the day? How's the day, Coke there? Heavy day? Heavy day. And how was your day there, Karen? Oh, well, as usual, when the contestants arrive back in the studio, we put them in separate booths and ask them the following questions. And the first question was, what were your first impressions?
Impressions now.
Well, when the screen slid back up, he looked okay, and then I looked down, he had these flares on, and I thought, I didn't really know what to think of him then, and he was a bit weird.
She wasn't bad. What? Someone a bit younger, of course. But, you know.
And the second question was there any romance?
No way.
Under this rough exterior of mine, there's room for potential romance. The occasion I felt I was very romantic.
I very much doubt it. No.
So you don't think you'll be seeing each other again?
Yes!
Ah, and do you think that you're a perfect match?
No.
Yes!
Interesting. Well, we'll be back after this break with another couple to match on Perfect Match.
Bye, everybody. Bye, Dexter. Bye, Greg.
Bye,
Bye,
and we'll see you
Greg.
next week for another edition of A Perfect Match. Goodbye.
Hey!
Bye.
Okay.